Hi, welcome to Angel's Nook, where anything can be a canvas for creativity if you invest the time to learn the techniques. Make sure to check the description for our videos because the links to all the HTP products will be there for you to make it easy to find the things you need to recreate the projects. Hi, welcome to Angel's Nook. This is going to be a relatively quick video just to show you how you can flock your own Christmas tree. If you have a Christmas tree that you are looking at it going, well, I'd probably like to have some snow effect on that, but you don't know how to do it or you're not sure what will work, this video is going to help you, and it will be a lot more inexpensive than buying a new tree. It also works a whole lot better than using the spray flocking because that stuff is going to crumble off, flip off, get all over everything. But using the Heirloom Traditions paint and their texture medium will give you some texture on this, which is like the snow effect, but something that's going to stay put and not fall off and crumble. So I'm going to show you how to do it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some cashmere. I'm going to start with 2 spoons of this because you don't want to mix up very much of this at a time, because the texture medium reacts really quickly. Put that back over there, and I need oh, I've got something right here. Just grab it and use it. Okay, and then I'm going to start with less than half a spoon of the texture medium in this, because it starts to dry quickly, it starts to set up, and I don't want it to be super clumpy. When I get over to the camera, I'll let you have a little bit better look at what this consistency looks like. This is already setting up on me, so you have to work quickly. And you need to think about, you want to have this on the top side of your branches, not everywhere else. You want to try to avoid having this on your lights, and you want to get all the way to the inside. If you're working on a full-size tree, put the bottom sections together and then paint that section. You do want something under your tree when you're doing this, because it is going to do some flecking on you, some spitting. And this is already a little drier than I want, but what it's actually doing, which is good, is it's really giving some texture in here for what snow actually looks like. It gets clumpy. It doesn't go in perfect lines. But you can see this has already set up on me. I can't move it. So I'm going to use a paper towel, get this out of this brush, mix up some more, and keep working on this. I would advise too to put a glove on because this is going to be a mess to get off my hands. But I'm already in the middle of it, so. And you can see I am not going on the bottom of these branches. I'm only going on the top or the side, whatever piece is sticking up at me. You want to have fanned out your branches before you start this. Make sure you get some at the ends, because the ends that are sticking up definitely would have snow on them. If you're doing it on a large tree, stick it in the middle of the floor, because you're probably not going to have a turnstile that you can turn it on. So just have it, if you happen to do what I just did and cover a light, wipe it off. And you will get a feel for how much of the texture medium to put into it so that you've got a little bit of work time. I'm literally just pouncing down on this. I am not making brush strokes on it because I want to leave clumps of snow on these branches. Just try to watch out if you have a pre-lit tree for where your lights are. And look for where you may have missed areas. I'm going to finish doing the upper part of this, and I'm going to show you at the very top what I've done to get the very top of the tree to look like it has natural snow on it. This is one of those things that when you start mixing the texture medium, you can't stop to answer your phone, you can't stop to grab something to drink, because it's going to dry on you. So you've got to get busy with it, get it done, and move on. When you get up toward the top, you start to see branches that are pointing upward. So on those, you're going to get it on the top, but you're going to get a little bit more around the edges of those, because with them sitting upright, snow is going to gather on them differently than the ones that are down below. like this grouping here. This will have it all around that branch, just like this one. And up here on the end, clumps of it, because that's how the snow would land on the branches. I'm going to have to mix one more set of this, but I want to show you, and I'll finish that off camera. On this one up here on the top, you may or may not have a topper that you put up there. But in case you don't have a topper, or your topper falls and gets broken, you don't want to have a area up here on the top that does not have the snow all over it. So make sure that you don't skip that thinking, oh, well, I'm going to have my topper on there, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't know about you, but I've had those toppers break, give out, a lot of different things. So you can see that that gets a little bit more snow than some of the other areas. And there I got a light, so I'm pulling the snow back off of it. Try to avoid the wires to the lights as well. In this particular little tree, there's a lot of wire, which I will actually go back in a few minutes with wet paper towels and see if I can get some of that off right there, because I don't want to see that stripe of wire. But I'm going to finish this off camera. Doing this on a full-size tree, as long as it's not like an 11 or 12 foot tree, if it's your normal 6.5 to 7 foot tree or 5.5, it shouldn't take you more than an hour to do all this, if that. Most of your time will be spent mixing little batches of the texture medium and the cashmere. Go really light with the texture medium. I think I've used less than, I know I did. I used less than half of this spoon of texture medium for the whole thing. And I used about 5 teaspoons of the cashmere for this much. This is a 3-foot tree. So this is like the top section of your regular Christmas tree. So a sample of cashmere and a jar of the texture medium, which you could use that for other things. I have this jar and I've used little bits of it now off and on for like 4 years. So it's something that holds really well on the shelf as long as you keep it closed and tight. And I just left the lid partially attached so that when I put it down, the lid closes tight on it. But this is it's an inexpensive, fast way to give yourself a non-messy flocked tree that you can enjoy for many years, and it will be dry enough within 2 hours. And I'm saying 2 hours, most of this is already dry to the touch now, but 2 hours will make sure you don't get any of this on any areas that might still be wet from small clumps. You're not going to get that on any of your ornaments. So this is something you could do the day before or the day of that you are planning to put your tree up and enjoy it. It's not something you have to do and let it set for weeks. And no, you don't have to degloss the tree. Just put it on there. because the tree is not going to get constant wear and tear of people grabbing it. And if they are, hey, doesn't take but a couple of minutes to throw some more of this on there for next year. So, hope this helps you out. And please come back, watch us again, and please subscribe. Thank you.